Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Edition with me, Bring It On. Alright, and so we're going to actually go this way. This eastern door.
I'm always
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Now what do we got? We got... Get rid of some of those swarms. Though not all of them, it seems. Yeah, I think it's the matriarchs that are spawning them. Let's see. Do we have see invisibility on? Yes, we do. Okay. Not they're invisible. I think that they have.
Lose me.
At a 47 roll. That's pretty crazy. Where's it at? Yeah, concealment. I'll just use fairy fire wherever that's at. There we go. Nothing to it. Hate these matriarchs so much.
You have my attention. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur.
in due time.
Ooh, what did I get? Wand of Lightning Bolt.
Taste my fury.
That's gonna top off. Well, almost top off both of them. Oh, I should probably quick save before I just jump down like that. So you never do know. I missed the mushrooms back up there. No! Or we're gonna go grab them.
They go down!
There they are. Actually, does she have her healing?
Anything is possible.
Fascinate, no. Inspire Competence, Greatness, and Dirge of Doom.
I do
She
what
gets
I
one
must.
later, I think, that allows her to heal? Soothing Performance? Yeah. Created an effect equivalent to mass cure serious wounds using the bard's level as a caster level. In addition, this performance removes the fatigued, sickened, and shaken condition from all those affected. Using this ability requires 4 rounds of continuous performance. But still, though, I mean, that's a really good performance. I've always liked bards. I don't know. There's other classes I like more, so I usually migrate away from bards. I say the same with like druids. I'm a big fan of druids. I just tend to migrate away from them. Can I go this way and then come back, or is it gonna make me? Oh, we've been in here already. Okay. Just making sure I don't miss anything. I think the first time I came here I may have missed the wyvern statue. Yeah, we couldn't collect it all. Alright, a long journey through the cave stretching around Silverstep Lake brought our brave heroes to another large, narrow crack in the wall. This time, however, the crack looked different from the previous ones. We started to realize that we were nearing something mysterious and magical. More and more strange vegetation appeared on the cave walls and floor. Mold and lichen gave way to huge flowers, enormous mushrooms, and even some bushes brimming with berries, big and bountiful. The crack itself was as odd as its surroundings. Within it seemed pure darkness, thick and deep, was roiling beyond the crack. What space lay beyond, none of us could guess. We all noticed a draft from the crack that seemed to rise and fall, like breathing, stirring the dust motes within the musty cave. So, what did our heroes do? Did they look around before rushing into the unknown? One needn't be a druid to understand that plants under our feet were unusual, to say the very least. They were too big and too tall, and the huge flowers had unnatural shades that made the eyes hurt to look at them. Perhaps it was the soil they grew in that caused them to grow in such a way, but who could tell for certain? The plants blanketed not just the floor, but the walls too. Here and there in the darkness we could see gleaming islands of luminescent lichen. If that wasn't intriguing enough, stalks grew from the lichen, and on the ends hung big multifaceted fruits. Maybe the seeds of these strange plants had found their way here, blown by the wind from the narrow fissure. After all, it was strong enough to stir the moats of the cave, even part a hair or two on our fellows' heads. As if on cue, we caught a faint smell of pollen from the other side of the crack. Perhaps beyond was the source of the strange garden. Readying ourselves, we decided to act. The first of us started to squeeze through the crack, cursing and grunting, your humble servant following right behind. The Baron's chronicler can't allow a tiniest detail to escape her attention, so I had to be as close to the front as possible. This time our path to adventure proved little to our liking. The crack on the rock was narrow even for me, and led us further and further, curving and twisting until I'd quite lost my bearings. The wind from the other side became stronger and blew into our faces, bringing new smells, fresh grass, fragrant buds, sweet blossoms. Then suddenly the ground gave way. The path had become a sinkhole. Blood rushed up to my head, my stomach sank to my feet, and had the most peculiar dizzying sensation. My body was pulled in two directions at once, as if divided across some strange wall that separated here from there, until I was truly there and no longer here. I had no time to be afraid. My fall was quick and my landing was soft. We fell right into a cushion of thick, high grass. Pulling herself together, your humble servant immediately started to look around, asking what happened. Where had she been whisked off to with the brave Baron? I confess, even for me, it was hard to choose the right words to describe what lay before our eyes. And welcome to the first world, everybody.
Ask. Let's make this quick.
Repent!
Serves you right.
Okay.
I'm there.
So I don't think we can go through the fog yet, can we? Or is it going to teleport me? It teleported me, okay. I think just to the other side, though. Yeah, okay. Hi, bird, what's up? Mysterious bird. The bird with bright, iridescent feathers sings its song and shows no fear as you approach. Alright, so if you go on one side, it'll teleport you to the other side. You have to go this way, I think. Maybe with the bird it'll... I don't remember. It's kind of a puzzle, which you can start to manipulate. Coming! She's coming! How dare she? She's lost. Punishment. We demand punishment.
Follow if you dare.
Alright, so some more fog, but we can also follow where the apparition was headed, which will take us up here.
Get ready. Get scared. Listen.
Listen to me, trespasser. You sought a kingdom. I seek something simpler. Apology.
Get ready. Get scared. Listen.
As you sought to steal a kingdom for yourself, so must you do again. 1,000 times over. For a theft, a true theft, must be practiced to be earned. It will be a lengthy task. This is how it shall be measured.
I'll remember it.
Make ruins of kingdoms. When each is dust, the grains shall gather in this vessel. When 1,000 grains are gathered, bring it before us as an offering, so that an eldest may sip from it.
Special.
When that is done, your trespass shall be forgiven.
Where will I find so many nations? It is...
An impossible task? How? Let your unrequited love guide you. Guided you to your first kingdom, so shall again. Seek it, hunt for it, lust for it. Let the emptiness inside you become your deadliest weapon. It is not an impossible task. After all, what use is an apology that cannot ever be given?
So the Lantern King is one of my favorite characters in this game. I like his voice acting. I like his design.
I'm there.
He's a well-made character. Whereas I'm not a big fan of Nerissa. So this took us back here.
I do what I must.
If I go back through here, it should take me back to where... Actually, let's go back through here. I'm going to do a little bit of exploring. We get an item here in a minute that makes exploring this area a little easier. There's no reason I can't knock out a little bit of it right now.
I'm off.
We might be on a track right now. Let's check out the dais. The side of the dais makes you uneasy. There are no bars or shackles, but an air of impressiveness hangs over it. And we can put the bird there. Actually, I don't remember if I'm supposed to put the bird there or not, but I did. So we'll come back to it eventually, maybe. Here we go. We can rest. Let's talk to the old gnome. The gnome looks old, worn, and is covered in a layer of dust, as if he had sat there for some time, without moving. His back is hunched, and as you approach, he tilts his head up to you, giving an odd half-smile. Come, child, come closer. Don't be scared. The sound of your footsteps reminded me of... The gnome dips his head and goes silent, although his lips remain moving, as if he is speaking silently to himself. Who are you, and what is this place? You children are always so curious. Questions, then some more questions. The gnome shrugs. What should I answer first? Who are you? I'm just an old man, a remnant of the past in a world that cares as little for time as you care about the air you breathe. The gnome covers his eyes and starts rocking back and forth. So many things lost, so many people left. and still I'm here. Here. His voice drops to a whisper, but he continues to rock back and forth. What is this place? This is the beginning that was before all other beginnings. The echo born before sound. This is the mark on the margins of a sacred text made by gods when they got bored. This is the world, but unlike all other worlds. Are we in the first world? Where else? The gnome grins. Alright, enough about that for now. As you wish, child. As you wish. I've seen something odd here. A vision of a woman, and many others, in the mist. They appeared before me, then vanished. The goddess once passed here. The proud one, the bitter one. The one who fell so far, yet never has fallen to her knees. Her steps still echo. Taste the silence, the salt in the air is her tears. And when you blink, there's something in a corner of your eye. A shadow, a vision, a memory. A strange glow appears in the gnome's eyes. When you approached, for a moment I thought I saw her again. The way you walk, this power you radiate, and a ghostly crown of a newborn kingdom upon your brow. It cannot be seen, but I see the weight your shoulders bear carrying it. Your connection with her, with she who fell, it is stronger than you think. Troubling events brought me here. Maybe you know something about what's happening. So much meaning can be hidden in one maybe. Ask away. Monsters are emerging from seed portals into my lands. What do you know about it? Monsters? No. They are just creatures, frightened, as you and I would be so far from home. They've lived here with me for time countless, and were my only friends before the bloom tore the world. It's not their fault. Seal the bloom, and they will trouble your world no longer. Oh right, sure. The beasts aren't to blame. They were just hungry. But then, I'm not really to blame either, right? I just wanted to chop their heads off. Of course, no one is to blame for anything. You and they, you have much in common. How can we get out of here? The gnome turns away and looks at his feet for a long time, mumbling under his breath. After several moments, he turns to you again. It is possible to leave this place. Possible, yes, but to cross back, you'll need to bear the brunt of her wrath. But it is not something you can find. It is something you must inspire. You have to follow her, the goddess who fell. You have to see the world through her eyes, recognize her voice among thousands of other voices. Go down her path, awaken her wrath. Then you'll be able to return home. Who's this goddess you speak of? She wanted to become more than she was. She dared to claim something that was not hers. So powerful was the song of her pride, and so quickly it was silenced. Just a night, a single night in prison, in loneliness, in anticipation of her future fate, and her pride became fear. And fear, it burrows deep, like the worst of all poisons. Desperation. Do you know how such emotion tastes, child? I don't even think about drinking this poison. Take a drop of it to the place where the seeds of wrath have sprouted. When the wrath awakens and fills everything around, you'll become a step closer to your home and to defeating the bloom. Follow my story. Watch everything closely. Listen carefully. Unknown can be hidden inside known, and much that is unusual lies concealed behind the usual. Take my lantern with you. It will help you to light your way. And know this. Not today and not tomorrow, but you will recall the fallen goddess. Alright. Alright, let's do this again. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. Could you tell me the story of the goddess again? The short version. The gnome's eyes glint slyly. Would anyone listen to the stories if they were told quick and simple? But fine. The one that sings dies of desperation in the night. The one that is dead poisons the clear waters. This poison born of death is what can awaken the wrath and awaken the path. Poison, wrath, this is, and that means... Lindsay frowns and cheerfully declares, I can't understand it at all, but I'll write everything down just in case. Okay. So I believe he gave us poison as well. He gave us the magical lantern, which we need to equip. Alright, with the lantern equipped, I believe we can turn it on and off here as well. Yeah. So we turn it on, the fog won't affect us.
Unworthy.
Ah, a test of my abilities. This will hurt! This strike! My masterpiece!
Come on, get him.
In due time.
Request. Tashani Savitu. Tashani Savitu. Tashani Savitu.
Alright, do a little quick save and continue. It's a dead end. So we can explore the entire area now that we have the lantern on. But when we go through the fog, I'm pretty sure that it, Did I miss the loot back here? No? We go through the fog, it should take us to like another version of this world where the gnome isn't there.
You deserved it.
Speak. State your desire.
I'm listening.
You should have run!
Bring it!
Just letting the ink dry.
This wound! My gift to you!
You have my attention.
I am never wrong.
Alright, let's go ahead and heal him up a little bit. Taking a bit of a beating. Alright, a quick save. I shouldn't forget that I have stone skin available. Alright, so here's the poison. It's so quiet here, I can't even hear my own heartbeat. Is my heart still beating in my chest, or have they taken that from me too? Cursed, cursed, alone in silence. What am I to do? What? Oh, the kitty cat's trying to play with her. Alright, the pond is deep and the water cold. Although the surface is still, you can hear faint whispers, as if someone beneath the water is murmuring sadly to themselves. Gaze into the water. As you stare into the water for a time, you see something odd. A reflection of a beautiful woman comes into focus, sitting on the bank, weeping. But as soon as you blink, the image is gone. This place is overflowing with the events of the past, Lindsay whispers. If only I knew its history. If only. Now skip a stone across the water. The stone skips on the water, leaving circles on its surface, then finally disappears with a last, short splash. The pond falls silent. Nothing stirs. I'm not going to sip the water because I think it's poison.
Follow if you dare.
We should get a vial somewhere that allow us to collect the water without hurting ourselves.
What's that?
Tear them apart!
Any last wishes?
I'll try to make this sword.
You see that?
Yeah, so these traps, they unleash swarms, which is, of course, not what we want to deal with right now. Do we not have? Oh, we do. Okay.
How curious.
Anything else? This is going
So it's come to this.
This won't kill me.
Uh-oh. She's in trouble. Can you use that and heal yourself up a bit? Oh boy. Okay.
You survive. I always survive.
Applause, please.
So the swarms came out even though she didn't trigger the trap. That's what I don't understand.
Repent!
Oh, right.
Applause, please.
I'll survive. I always survive. Survive. I always survive.
Come on, guys.
I'll survive. I always survive.
Share your troubles.
Ask. Tashani Savitu.
Alright. Yeah, this isn't going... I hate swarms. Everybody hates swarms. If you're someone that happens to like the swarms in this game, something wrong with you. Because they're awful.
Anything else?
What's that?
Alright, fall back here real quick. Let's finish exploring this side. I'm not sure if I've explored this area with the... Okay, yeah. Let's go back this way.
Their life ends here!
Cool it.
So I thought the traps triggered the swarms, but I guess it's just, they come out no matter what.
What a surprise.
Which is a little annoying.
I see something.
Aha! A test of my abilities.
They go down!
Yeah.
Again, I could be using like Alchemist Fire or something to make this go a little faster, but that's more micromanagement than I want to put into it right now.
Would you look at that? Applause, please. Anything else? Adventures call to them.
You see that?
You cannot stand against me.
Hold your position, everybody. Let them come to you. Alright.
Wretched things.
Easy peasy.
Applause, please.
I'm off.
No one will ever see my tears again, neither mortals of Golarion nor the ones who cursed me. You wish to see me, my lady? My Skylark, your song is so sad today. What troubles you? Your last order, my lady. It frightens me. The seed of an ever-blooming flower is almost prepared as you requested. But what will it bring? The flower contains immense power from which immense evil can be born. Monsters erupting in Golarion by the hundreds, and a crowded street, a busy tavern, near a baby's crib. That's exactly what I need. He wanted to see kingdoms in ruins. He will. Let's quick save so we don't have to watch that scene again. In case this spider kills all of us.
Share your will.
Enjoy your final moments.
Uh-oh.
Strike!
Rage up, because we're in a pretty bad position right now.
Don't hold back!
Alright, nothing to it. Alright, so that's just a fog that's intended to teleport you.
My skills are absolute.
Request.
Didn't mean to do that.
Right here, my friend.
Nope, 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 nope.
You have my attention.
Let's use it on him.
How may I
Not what I wanted. I'll do one more. It should top everybody off except for Jthal. Alright, and I think I'm going to call it here. The next episode we will start teleporting around the fog, find our way through the rest of this area. I don't think I'm missing anything. There's some loot back here I missed. I don't know where though. Let's go back and grab this real quick, and then we'll call it an
Take care
episode.
of it.
I don't like missing loot. What I might do before I actually go into the fog that's up there, this fog, is teleport via the other fog and explore the rest of the area. Oh, owlbear eggs. So what we might do is teleport using this fog, go into the, I think it's, one's like nighttime, one's daytime. Then we'll explore the other version of it, then we'll go into the fog that's up at the top there. And I think it unlocks other fog somewhere. Don't quote me on that though.
I'm always ready.
I don't remember this area that well. It's actually one of my least favorite areas in the game. But this, the fog here does prepare you for a puzzle later, much later in the game, actually towards the very end. So it's good practice to get used to that mechanic. But anyway, I'm going to call it here. Next episode, we'll continue to explore the first world, or the other world as it's called. And, hold on. What is it? Oh, it's the bird thing.
We should move.
Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.